to talk about the 6 promotions of clove oil. In this video, we will learn about the 6 benefits of clove oil. Let's get started. Number 1, powerful antioxidant properties. Clove oil has the highest ORAC score of any substance, meaning it knocks out free radicals like a heavyweight champ. Look out there, Mike Tyson. Number 2, promotes circulation. Clove oil raises the human body's metabolism by boosting blood flow and decreasing body temperature. A rise in blood circulation generally means a decrease in tension of the arteries, a problem generally related to tension headaches. Ultimately, with regard to diabetes, improved blood circulation will assist in preventing a number of the very harmful side effects of this dreadful disease, which can result in amputations, major problems, and sometimes even loss of life. Number 3, supports cardiovascular health. Polyphenol is able to improve lipid profiles and prevent oxidation of cholesterol, thereby reducing the risk of heart attack and arteriosclerosis. Clove oil is very high in polyphenol, so that makes it beneficial for those who have cardiovascular issues to help prevent that heart attack from occurring and arteriosclerosis. As well as curcumin, clove oil can inhibit COX-2, a protein responsible for inflammation. Clove oil is even included in many toothpaste, dental creams, and throat sprays. Thanks to its strong antibacterial effects, eugenol is one of the most potent blood purifiers. If you have gum disease, you can take cloves internally or apply clove oil onto the inflamed gums. Just don't overdo it. Clove oil is also able to reduce formation of blood clots, since it is a natural blood thinner, while inhibiting the aggregation of platelets, thereby reducing the risk of heart attack. Number 4, it helps to soothe teeth and gums. The analgesic properties of clove oil makes it quite effective for alleviating odontologia, dental pain, sore gums, and mouth ulcers. So, why wait till you need it to use it? When in fact, if you use it before you need it, you may never need it. By adding a drop to your mouthwash or your toothpaste, you can incorporate this powerful oil into your daily routine easily and smoothly. Coupled with myrrh, I take a Q-tip, and on one end I put a drop of clove, and on the other end a drop of myrrh, and I apply them across my gums, using the clove first and then piggybacking off the clove with the myrrh. Myrrh has a much more tolerable capacity it's not a hot oil, in other words, so it's not going to burn you, it's not going to be any discomfort. It actually is a very soothing oil, and so it's good to finish with that, as well as it has this refreshing fragrance that makes your breath smell good, and they both actually help to combat periodontal disease. But if you do not have myrrh, if you just use clove, that is good as well. If you have a sensitivity to clove because it's a hot oil and you like to slow down the rate of speed that it goes inside of your body, then what you can do is you can first dip your Q-tip in olive oil or coconut oil or jojoba oil or whatever kind of oil you have that is a thicker oil, what we call one of the fatty oils, vegetable oils. Then you can apply that first and then come back and apply the clove oil, or you can apply the clove oil first and then apply the vegetable oil after it. Number 6, supports a healthy immune system. Researchers at the Department of Pharmacology, University College of Medical Sciences in Delhi, India, conducted a trial involving the essential oil of clove. They tested the effect of the oil on red blood cells and found it caused a significant increase in the primary as well as secondary humoral immune response. So, finally, basically what I am saying is that clove oil is a very beneficial oil to have for so many reasons. It not only will boost your immune system, it's going to help to remove free radicals that we are constantly being bombarded with in our bodies from the things we eat to the air we breathe and so many other toxins in between. I'm also saying that this is a necessity to have. If you find yourself in a situation where you have a toothache, this is what you're going to want to have to put on your tooth. And not to say that you're not going to still go to a dentist, but sometimes you can't go to a dentist at midnight when your tooth is hurting you bad. And a toothache is one of the most miserable pains that you can have. And so you don't want to have it for long. It's also a very inexpensive oil. Clove is a very reasonable oil to have. And with 300 drops, I mean, you're not going to have a toothache every day. And even if you're using it regularly, there are so many ways that you can make that oil stretch. Again, by putting it in your toothpaste or putting it in your mouthwash. You don't have to have as much of it. You can just use, a couple of drops if you're putting it in there, and it's going to last in there. So there's so many different ways that you can apply this oil to your life. But finally, what I want to share with you before I get off is I want to share with you how to safely use oils. 2 very important things you need to know about safety of oils. Number 1 is the quality of oil that you're using. When I'm saying you can use these oils internally, I am basing this on Young Living oils. Now, be aware there are many other oils that have recently come out on the market that are now claiming to be therapeutic grade or high quality oils. And there's lots of jargon that's always been there in terms of pure oils, and you'll see 100% pure, you'll see organic. And it can be very difficult to determine the truth in the mix. And the truth can be a little bit hard to understand because you have 2 different areas of science that are working as it relates to understanding the use of essential oils and the safety of using essential oils. And in one train of thought, there are those who have a very strict and very rigid perspective of essential oils. And there are some who just don't believe you should ever use essential oils for internal purposes. It can never be used for remedies or as a natural means of overcoming certain situations. But then you have those who use them in the area of medicinal purposes for remedies, and they found great success. And so with that being stated, there are a number of reasons why oils that you will find on the market might say 100% pure or 100% organic, but on the back they'll say for external use only. Now it could be that it is a pure oil and they have not diluted it, they have not put any solvents or any additional chemicals, but they're coming from a school of thought that believes that all oils essentially can only be used externally. Now, I say that to say the problem is you don't know by looking at a bottle whether or not that is the reason why they're putting on your label for external use only. So you're having to guess. As it relates to your health, you don't want to be in a position where you're guessing. Now, if you want to take the extra step in contacting these providers who are offering these particular products, like I'm not trying to name them to promote them, but I can tell you that if you're going to a health food store, you will see different types of oils on the market. You may see acacia, you may see, they come under different names, and there are even more and more being presented and being brought out. But I say that to say my reasoning behind using Young Living oils is because they were the first to begin the making oils for the purposes of supplementation for internal as well as external use, and they are the first to begin this process for distilling it in such a way that they can be used in that way. They have third-party testers who make sure that every batch of oil meets certain standards. And they also have the backing of over 20 years of research that was done on their oils. Now, I personally don't like being a guinea pig for anybody. And I'm willing to try anything that's natural, that I know it cannot harm me, even if it can't help me. But I like to have a calculated risk. You know, it's just like if you are into trading, you know, you're into doing Wall Street and you're into trading stocks. They tell you about making calculated risks. So it's not exactly like gambling, because you're able to do some research and kind of determine how the market may go. Well, as it relates to your health, because the gamble could mean your life if you're wrong, it's important that you take some calculated risks, because if you're in a situation where your health could deteriorate, well, you have two options that you can take. You can either take a natural means of course of action, in which it may do you some good, may not do you any good, but it won't do you any harm. Or you can take what we call the allopathic method, which is going to do you harm in most cases at the same time that it's meant to do you good, because there are side effects. And there are potential side effects that may not occur right then, but they may occur down the road, and you won't even be able to make the connection that it was because of something that you took before. So I say that to say, whenever you're dealing with food products, which essential oils is coming from plants, which is coming from the same thing that we're eating, so you're getting it in one form instead of another, that there's still a calculable risk that, hey, this may not work for you as it worked for me. But there is a comfort in knowing that if you use it wisely, understanding that essential oils, unlike using the plant, eating the plant itself, is highly concentrated, then you get to minimize the potential risk factors that are involved. So my goal in these videos is to share with you from what I have experienced. And again, this protocol that I'm suggesting, filling your medicine cabinet with oils that you don't know how they were created, are not necessarily going to produce the same results that I am sharing with you today. These results are based on using high quality essential oils that are able to be taken internally as well as externally, where that is being prescribed. So if you want more information on Young Living essential oils, if you want more information on oils period, then I highly recommend that you join my YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel, there are two that you want to subscribe to. Number one, if you are a traveler, you want to subscribe to The Critique. I am currently working on, and I already have one video out on the things that you should carry with you on an airplane to keep you safe from airborne disease and getting DVT, which is deep vein thrombosis, and just how to keep you well if you're going to be traveling in the air. And so I go into length explaining the dangers involved in traveling, but as well as the ways you can combat that with certain products. So I help to get you armed in that area, and that also will include essential oils. Now the second one you're going to want to make sure you're part of is Essential Treasures, my teachings on YouTube, because I go into all the different oils, including the ones that you may have missed. If you're coming in on clove oil, you've already missed 3 of my top 5 must-have oils for your medicine cabinet. You're going to want to get that. You're going to want to know about why you should have lavender, why you should have peppermint, why you should have thieves oil in your medicine cabinet, and how you can use them every day. Now, if you want to learn about the research that I've done, want to find out where I'm getting my information from, I make this available on my Google Plus collection, which is called the Oil Cafe. You're going to want to go there. I have recipes, ways that you can ensure that you incorporate these oils in a safe way into your diet and into your life so that you can have the maximum benefit for you and your family. And finally, to keep on track with everything that I'm discussing, from articles to videos to any time I'm posting anything on Facebook, on Instagram, on Google Plus or YouTube, the first heads up is going to be on my Essential Treasures 247.wordpress.com website. So you're going to definitely make sure you want to follow it so that you can stay abreast of the latest updates on essential oils and your health. So I'm hoping that I have given you a lot to think about, and I'm hoping that I have encouraged you to get you some clove oil in your life. This oil is not an expensive oil to be such a powerful oil to have. And I mean, boosting your immune system, keeping your gums healthy. I mean, what else could you ask for? Helping you to fight against free radicals. I mean, this is something that you're going to want to have in your medicine cabinet. And for under $20, you can't go wrong adding this to your health care regimen. So I pray that this information has blessed you, and I'll talk to you soon. We have one more oil in my top 5, and you don't want to miss what that will be.